A new day is dawn. The Perfecter of Sentiments POS Foundation is a non-governmental organization with its tentacles spread at the youth and children. Inspired in 2005 by a message from the then United Nations Secretary General Kofi Annan, no one is born a good citizen, no nation is born democratic. Rather, both are processes that continue to evolve over a lifetime. Young people must be included from birth. A society that cuts itself from its youth services severes its lifeline, and it is condemned to bleed to death. The visionary, the executive director, and founder of POS Foundation, Jonathan Osai Owusu.
POS Foundation seeks to empower the African youth and ensures the rights of children. Our vision is simply to redefine the value of the African youth, simply because we believe in positive possibility thoughts. That is PPT with excellent execution. That is EE, leading us to sustainable success. That is SS.
I'm aware of POS Foundation. We have been collaborating with POS Foundation since 2006. POS Foundation is made up of youth, mainly young men, and they have assisted us very greatly in the programs that we have run. We are a human rights institution, and one focus is to look at how we can inculcate human rights values in the youth. So we try and bring on board the youth, and we do this mainly through POS Foundation and through its members.
In 2005, the POS Foundation, in collaboration with the Ministry of Manpower, Youth and Employment, instituted the POS Destined Youth Honor, a program that honors significant young achievers with exemplary lives worthy of emulation.
I don't know if you've done that, but if you are able to have all these clubs and societies in there, it helps to ginger up people and helps all of us to come back on track and to know, believing in yourself and in doing the right thing.
What the eye sees, the ear hears, the mind believes. You've seen the ambitions and the reasons for organizing this program, and I'm very sure the youth, as today, we are being challenged by POS to do it and to emulate good examples to our nation.
The youth organizer of the National Democratic Congress will do the presentation. Thank you, Mr. Haruna Idris. Honorable Haruna Idris. Give it to him again. Give it to us again. He's done what? He's been able to invent electronic timing sensors and many other things that we cannot count here.
Celebrated several international holidays like the Commonwealth Day.
They have collaborated with us since 2006 on Commonwealth Day celebrations, especially last year when they actually hosted the other Commonwealth commissions in Ghana. That is the Canadian, the British, the Indians, and also the Australians. Yes, we had a cleanup because last year's theme was on the environment.
Okay, let's look at the Commonwealth Day, which falls today. This year, the focus is on the environment.
Yes.
Before I go to talk about Ghana and the youth and the children involved in the environment, what's your own assessment of the environment in the world and especially in Africa?
Well, the environment is what we all live in, and it's very important that we work together. This is one thing that no one country or no one person can solve problems by themselves. We all have to work together for it. I think one of the major challenges that we're all seeing is climate change and how to adapt to climate change. And all of us around the world, and that includes the Commonwealth countries, need to work together to adapt to this and to solve this challenge. We have a development assistance program with Ghana we've had since independence, and it focuses on areas that touch the environment, particularly agriculture and also water supply. In the north, over the years, many decades, we've helped provide clean water to 1.3 million people, and sanitation. And then through activities where we show the importance of having a clean environment, it's important for Ghanaians' health. And I think we've seen in Ghana an improvement in people's health over the years.
As humans, we are composed of three things.
Okay.
That is your soul, your spirit, and your body.
Okay.
Your body tends to be the environment. And then you have your soul and you have your spirit. So if this environment is destroyed, imagine your spirit and your soul can't live in this world. So the environment, even if you check the dictionary, when you talk about environment, it is the surroundings that makes an organism survive.
Your immediate surroundings.
Exactly. So if we are not going to take care of our environment, then I think we are not going to survive. That's why there's a statement that the last tree dies and the last man dies.
Feasibility studies across the country on HIV/AIDS education.
The POS Foundation has undergone several achievements, some of which are feasibility studies across district to find out the economic standard of living, the effectiveness of education, health, and entertainment.
They've also organized a massive cleanup exercise throughout the whole of Ghana. They've also organized several workshops and seminars the youth and children of the nation has benefited from.
The Ministry of Manpower, Youth and Employment is ready to present the first ever draft policy on youth development and employment to Cabinet for ratification and further approval by Parliament before the end of this year. Nana Komia, the Sector Minister, disclosed this in Accra when he launched a 3-chapter book entitled Transmutation.
Nana Komia, also a Member of Parliament for Kwaikwe South constituency, noted that the adoption of a national youth and employment policy was long overdue.
It is an elaborate policy. It's been put together after several rounds of consultation with various youth groups, including FEDIAC, NUGS, even political party representation. And we believe that finally we have a document that Cabinet would accept.
Launching the book, the minister called on the youth to embrace the pillars of national orientation, saying the key among the pillars is fostering of the spirit of self-reliance and belief in Ghana. He indicated that as the future leaders of the nation, the youth must endeavor to nurture positive attitudes while remaining focused on academic work and skill development. 25-year-old Jonathan Osei Owusu, who authored the book, called on the youth to refrain from all election malpractices that could mar the forthcoming election.
For this election year, I would advise my colleague youth never ever to allow themselves to be manipulated by any politician to create chaos or violence. They owe themselves. They have a mind on their own to decide what is good for them. But to advise who to pick, I always say, if we want to think big, then they should look at those who are thinking big.
The paramount chief of the Asin Kushan Orenchi traditional area, Nana Pra Ajinsem, entreated the youth to develop their talents positively towards national development. The first copy of the book was sold at 1,000 Ghana cedis, while the Minister of Ports, Harbours and Railways, Professor Ameya Okunfi, paid 750 Ghana cedis for the second copy.
POS Foundation supports whatsoever program that government comes up with that is aimed to develop the youth of our nation and ensure the right of children. We continue to be the mouthpiece for the youth and for the vulnerable, particularly children, and we'll do our best for effective HIV/AIDS campaign, attitudinal change campaign, and other educative programs that will enhance the quality living of our youth of today. We believe in positive possibility thoughts, PPT, with excellent execution, EE, leading us to sustainable success.
I'm a member of POS. We've been working, POS has to do with young people coming together for the cause. Dealing with POS Foundation, I've come to realize that age is a state of mind. So we're taught to actually think like grown-ups. I can actually tell you I'm 35 as I stand here in brain, and thanks to POS. Maybe you should come join us. You're always welcome.
I'm also a member of the POS Foundation, working closely with the Executive Director, Mr. Jonathan Osewusu, has really given me a lot of exposures and giving me the experience, and I must say he has really created an impact in the youth.